All right. Okay.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. VortiX. Both casters completely not ready that a game actually started between VortiX and Sini. VortiX spawning as the yellow undead over here on the bottom left-hand side of Northern Isle. Right? Is it lag? Lag very hard? Oh, oh,
Well, for him,
oh.
very, very hard. No, it means very, very hard to start the
Oh,
game.
very hard to start the
He
game.
didn't say like, don't scare me like this, Grota, please. I'm
All
throwing
right.
off today. He's got the dog toy, man. He's ready.
Yeah, he's got the duck toy. He's splish splash. For anyone who's just watching the cast here, apparently Sini in between game 2 and game 3 decided to take a bath. So if we're a little bit on tilt, no momentum, you know what's going on. Opening up Altar of Elders, Ancient of War. Should be seeing a Keeper of the... Oh, no. Ooh, Demon Hunter. Going classic Demon Hunter here on Northern Isle. And we'll be facing what looks to be a Death Knight. Yep, another Death Knight coming in from VortiX.
Yeah, so we're still 1-1 in this series. The games took place earlier, but then we had a problem with the third game. But hopefully there's no need for a remake or anything like that now, and we can get through this series. And then the 2-on-2 would be next. Yeah, the 2-on-2 was the one that was the hardest to start.
Yeah.
But I think most of the problems that we had with the join bugs have been related to Sini here, who finally made it into that game after I don't know how many reboots. And apparently the bath, the lucky bath, that's what we allowed him to join this.
Yeah, no, maybe we should just say we should thank him for taking his bath, right? That fixed some of the problems. All right, coming back
I
through.
wonder if it's a mistranslation. Maybe you just went to shower. Or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, maybe he really did take a shower, but he will forever be known as the guy who took a bath in the middle of a best of 3.
Sonic thought he was so original, eating yogurt.
No,
leaving a game.
No.
This is next level.
You got to take a bath. All right.
Players' forces are under attack.
All right, bottom left-hand side of the map, Death Knight doing some creeping. Scroll of Town Portal still held on to, so VortiX not going to be doing any sort of fast expansion here. Waiting for a tech to tier 2 from both of the players. And then the game will be underway, or at least moving on into the mid-game here, as the Demon Hunter just cleaning up some skeletons while the wisps are moving around.
Yeah, VortiX bought a sacrificial skull, and then I love what he did. He sent one of the skeletons on the right-hand side, checked how many wisps there were. There was 3 wisps in that location next to the demon, ready to counter a fast expansion attempt. So immediately he's like, okay, well, there's no way I can pull off that fast expo. Then he techs, and he plays on one base, instead of overly committing to something that just never would have worked here. Very, very smart play by VortiX.
Yeah, I think people get stuck in their build orders early on where they say, you know what, I'm gonna fast expand, I'm gonna do this. Well, WarCraft 3 isn't a game of solitaire. Even in the opening minutes, you gotta respond and react to what your opponent's doing. And VortiX did that extremely well. And undead constantly liking to take down a bunch of critters on the map. PETA should give him a PETA very upset, as we're seeing another wisp getting taken down there. So VortiX cleaning up a lot of those wisps that were out there on the other side of the map. But the Death Knight, now currently low on mana, does have a good number of skeletal minions. Should be able to clean up here as a wisp. Demon Hunter and Archers ready to put on pressure once more. Are we going to see a mana burn? No, just trying to clean up some things here. Perhaps steal a little bit of that experience. Death Knight now looking to back away. Boots of speed on the Demon Hunter, trying to catch up, get a little bit of distance, maybe able to finish off one of those ghouls, but the Ogre Magi gets in the middle of the battle, as well as the Death Knight once more able to, well, just cause a little bit of disruption here.
And the demon's fighting the creeps alone.
Alright.
He needs to react. The Tree of Life at the top was scouted, so he could actually maybe just send the ghouls there. DK is trying to finish the expansion camp alone.
Nope.
And Demon will catch one ghoul here.
Well, easy ghoul pick off those boots of speed, starting to pay for themselves already. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter holding the position off to the north. Death Knight may finally... Well, he is going to clear out that creep camp. We'll see if he opts to go to tier 3 or tries to expand here. Right behind this, Lich should be quickly out on the battlefield. And normally, I would expect VortiX to just quickly try to go into tier 3 and perhaps do a timing push onto the Tree of Life before it's really start to pay for itself at the expansion off to the north.
It looks like VortiX is going Gargs, so this tells me it's probably going to Expo. Interesting how he didn't put down the Sacrificial Skull on the expansion yet, by the way. Maybe he was worried that a Wisp might come back and detonate, because like he didn't have the 6 Acolytes to be in position and start a Ziggurat. So he wanted to play it safe, so he saved that Sacrificial Skull now. Sini sets up a Wisp at the expansion to spot it when it finally starts. And he went Naga second, which is going to help in the first place against like ghouls and the hero and stuff, but against Gargoyles is not very good, technically. It's like you'd want a Panda a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think this Gargoyle transition is going to catch him off guard. VortiX going to lose a Ghoul right there. Naga Sea Witch will be able to push back the Death Knight, and I think the Naga Sea Witch is just here to try and establish up and shore up that expansion a little bit more, but well, I think it's playing into VortiX's plan of this Gargoyle tech switch, as we see a surround now on that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to break free right here. Going to get a mana burn onto the Death Knight, trying to make sure that there's no Death Coil for the heal, but the Demon Hunter is completely surrounded. Scroll of Town Portal going to head back home. Moonwells are pretty nice and full. Should be able to, well, get back into the fray here, as the Naga Sea Witch alongside that Tree of Life needs to start walking towards that Ogre Magi. Tree of Life doesn't matter unless it's finally entangling that gold mine and trying to start paying for itself, as the Death Knight with the Ring of Regeneration retreating back. We are teching the tier 3. Ultra of Darkness has not started the Lich as of yet, so this is, well, it's not a Gargoyle expansion.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, but VortiX sometimes he plays like this, and he'll make a couple Gargoyles, and then he hopes that the Night Elf will overreact with Mass Archers, and then he'll transition into a lot of Ghouls with Frenzy. And then he's always timing with 50 supply, where you just, it feels like you don't have enough, and you just die. But yeah, the Los Polios Hermanos with some great surrounds today, I gotta say. Dusty Throne had some amazing ones, and VortiX now again able to prevent the Night Elf from being able to retain his Town Portal. And once you've made Night Elf use that, Archers are not very mobile. If you catch them anywhere on the map, they're gonna die against the very fast Ghouls.
Yep. All right, Archers now falling at the hands of the 4 Gargoyles. So VortiX just cleaning up, doing a lot of good work here. We are going to finally see an expansion coming in from the Tree of Life, but really VortiX is should be getting that Lich by now. No, still no sign of the Lich. Teching the tier 3, nearly done. So the Death Knight, oddly enough, a solo hero while at tier 2 and benefiting from an additional bit of bonus experience. And maybe able to get to, well, no, already at level 3, probably not going to get to level 4, but is benefiting from a solo hero from the Undead.
Yeah, you get Lich very late with this kind of style, usually because you cannot afford to go Lich plus Orb, it's too expensive. So instead, you just go to 50 supply with a lot of Ghouls, and you get Frenzy. Like right now, he saw that there were still Archers, so it's about getting the right mix of Gargoyles to Ghouls. You see he's adding some more Ghouls now. But he shouldn't overmake them either, because there's not many Archers. It's really like you want to have the right amount of Gargs to kill Dryads. He has 6 right now. I think adding maybe 2 more would be nice. And then I suspect the DK will grab some Healing Scrolls and then go for a timing as soon as Frenzy finishes.
All right, so yep, Frenzy is already underway. We're looking at 44 supply. There is, oh, he sold the Sacrificial Skull, picked up a Scroll of Healing, as you mentioned, and this timing attack is going to be key here, whether or not you know, we're going to be able to see Sini to be able to hold it off. We do have 1 Ancient Protector already up by Sini over here at the expansion, but the Gargoyles are no longer there, now putting pressure and sniping down Wisps in the main base, while the Dryads, well, unable to really support, and Sini is going to be low on lumber for a little bit if it tries to train up more units, moving the Wisps off over here to, well, the forest in the middle of the stage, making them expose those Gargoyles if they try and hunt them down.
I like how he's targeting a Gargoyle, but yeah, there's going to be that first coil before the mana burn goes through. And now units are already dying very fast. That Archer, no chance to escape here. And there's almost no units out for Sini right now. His army is literally 2 heroes and 2 Dryads.
Yeah, no, it's 22 supply army compared to 43. It's a lot of Wisp coming in from Sini, and the Gargoyles and the Ghouls are just going to be able to clean this up. Naga Sea Witch going to almost get surrounded, able to break free right there, and the split army of VortiX just doing such a great job and not much can be done. Death Knight is relatively low on hit points. There's a Scroll of Healing, and then just giving a more rejuvenation. Death Knight now finally up to level 4, has plenty of mana. There's a Death Coil. Demon Hunter gets healed at the last possible moment, but still, Dryads are falling, and the army supply difference. VortiX sitting on 45 supply army compared to 22, and it's just using brute force here to clean up many of these Dryads again. Naga Sea Witch surrounded on ghouls from the other side here. Dryads trying to back away, and it looks as though the Naga Sea Witch will not be able to break free any longer. No home field advantage. All the moon wells are completely dry. And at this point, I think things are just going to continue to snowball as VortiX making solo undead hero great again.
He hasn't lost a unit in a while here, actually. He lost the one ghoul that allowed the demon to break free, but Sini just has no units right now. Demon gets surrounded again. I don't think he's going to be able to break free from this one. And yeah, he still has no units. He's getting a few Dryads here and there, but Gargoyles are on points, getting the snipes every single time. He skipped all of the upgrades. He just rushed to 50 supply here, did VortiX. And he's looking to try and secure the second point here in this match.
And there's the GG. Yeah. Wow. A bit one-sided in that final match there. We were waiting for so long, and yeah, no, I think VortiX his tactics, and it was so on point, figuring out Sini's strategy and knowing how to do enough head fakes and enough jukes to feign a specific strategy, and then catching Sini completely unaware.
Yeah.